too. So now, Deku, after the ball throw, where we left off, he asked Aizawa if that was it, like if there was anything more. And he said, yes, there are more. And the rest of the test, Deku beats pretty much everybody, beating every high score that anyone has ever set. So when Deku gets that, everyone's just like, who are you? What's your quirk? Like, asking a bunch of questions. And Deku says, you know what? I'm not going to answer those questions. And proceeds to not answer them. And after all the tasks, walks away. And I forgot why I said he was. Oh, hold on. I forgot why I said that he was staying since, he died in the last part. I don't remember. So I'm going to say he lives in a forest since his powers will be related in the next. Well, no, later. You know what? I'll explain his powers. Well, hold on a second. Wait, did I explain what happened last time? I don't think I did. So, Deku died and was sent to Hueco Mundo. And realized that you can't trust anyone here. So then he realized that he needs to do it by himself. He went all the way up to the final stage of Estelorde of Hollows. And then was given Soul Reaper powers by Aizen, and he was given became an espada, and then he became, I want to say, number 2 or number 1 espada that there is. So now Deku is here, and while I'm here, I'm gonna explain his powers. So basically, his powers are vines. If I didn't explain that last time. His power, he can use vines. Like, he can create vines out of thin air. He can, manipulate vines to his will. And when he does his release, his vines become red, they become thicker, they become faster, and the thorns become more sharp on the vines. There we go. There's his powers explained. Just in case if I didn't mention it last time, there we go. That's his powers explained. Now, Deku is living in the forest because of his power, vines. So just in case if anyone attacks him, he can either 1, use his brute strength, 2, use his Cerdo, 3, use his vines. And I should explain, if you haven't watched Bleach, a Cerdo is a more powerful version of a Bara, which is 2 blasts you can make. A Cerdo takes longer to charge up, but is very, very powerful. No, that's the Cerdo. Cerdo is slower, but very, very powerful. And a Bara is a slower version. No, a way faster version, but a less powerful version. So he can use one of those 3 or his vine. Well, one of those 2, his vines or his physical combat skills. So he just sits in the forest, lays up against a tree, and falls asleep. And next day, he goes to UA like he's supposed to. And they are a few days later, they go and do the hero versus villains. So that's what they do. And he just, since they don't know his name, they ask for his name so that he can put it on the card. He says, no, I'll just put it on the card. And they're like, fine, whatever. So he puts down Izuku, Midoriya, he puts down Midoriya. And he puts his thing in the hat without anyone seeing. So after that, they call names. Teams will still be the same. Teams will still be the same. So Bakugo and Bakugo and Ida versus, and then All Might calls out the name Midoriya and Uraraka. And they're like, Midoriya, didn't he die? And he says, Well, and Deku says, "Yep, that's me." And he says, They say, "How did you live? We killed you. We saw it." And he says, "Yeah." So. And they pretty much are just like, "What do you mean by so?" And he just says, "Yeah, you killed me. So what? I bet you can't do it again." It's not you. Where's that hole in your chest then? And he says, "Oh, this?" Activates his hollow powers, and the hole in his chest reforms. He says, "Oh, do you mean this?" And they say, "Oh, how'd you do that? What's your quirk? You were quirkless." And he says, "Yeah, quirkless. Doesn't mean I'm powerless." And stops using his hollow powers, and the hole disappears. So basically, if Hollows had modes right now, he'd be in human. He'd be human mode right now. If they had modes, but they don't. Sad. So, right now, he says, "Alright, let's get this over with." And Deku has a personality switch. He now has more of a carefree personality, doesn't care what happens, and pretty much doesn't listen to anyone besides himself. So, as soon as they say begin, hero team begin, Deku walks outside, charges up a few baras, and shoots them at the building. Straight up shoots them at the building, no remorse. So everyone's just like, "What the heck?" And as he's continuing doing that, he sees Bakugo rush at the building. So he turns, slaps him with the back of his hand, and he goes flying. And he continues shooting bars at the building until one of the walls break and shows the bomb hidden behind it. So he jumps, uses vines to boost him over there. Like, he implanted his vines in the ground and, like, made, like, a little ring, a little arch of vines, and got him to the bomb, touches it, and win. And they say, "All my calls, the hero team wins." And he says, "Alright, what were their mistakes? What did they do right? What did they do wrong?" And everyone speaks out and yells, "He exploded pretty much the entire building. He could have killed Bakugo." And he says, "Yeah, I really don't care. If this was a real hero attack, we needed to do it. We need to find the bomb as fast as possible. I did that." And they're like, "Not like that." And he says, "I don't care what you say. You ain't the rules. I ain't listening to you. I don't care what you'll say. I ain't listening to you." So, he pretty much waits for the next match, because I'm going to say they were the first match this time. And he's pretty much waiting for the rest of the matches so he can watch them. While he's watching the matches, everyone's just, like, staring at him, like, weirdly. He really doesn't care. He really doesn't care at all. So, at this point, he's just watching the next match, which is Soji and Todoroki versus Ojiro and Hagakure, aka Tailman and Invisible Girl. So, that match goes the same, and he says boring, like straight up says boring, and they're like, "What do you mean by boring?" And he says exactly what I said, boring. And all the matches go by as canon, and he leaves. He goes back to the forest, lays down by his regular tree, and goes to sleep. So the next morning, they go to the USJ. The USJ, since the League of Villains don't have a reason to attack, since they attacked the last time, they don't attack this time, which is beneficial for training. They don't need another hero. They don't need another villain attack. So that's really not important. And anyway, why do people have to be so loud? Alright. Now that that's over with, Deku is now in. Well, he is forced to be at the water training place since fire since Vine's fire don't get along very well, and he says, whatever. And and his goal is to put out all the fire. That task was given to him by Aizawa and 13. So he says, "All right, fine." He says, "While using your quirk/vines." He says, "Okay, fine." Jeez. He summons his vines and and the vines and the fire disappear. So that's the end of that. And now we have the sports festival. The sports festival is, I really don't know what to say here. The sports festival goes pretty much to canon, but Deku wins. I really don't know what to, well, for the first two parts of the sports festival, pretty much go to canon, but no one wants to be on Deku's team for the cavalry battle. So he just uses his vines, makes a gigantic vine tower, and sends multiple vines to go grab headbands. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that changed in the cavalry battle. Now for the 1v1 1v1 battles, Deku versus Shinzo. Deku just bored, uses his vines, surrounds Shinzo, throws him at the arena. And Deku is now just flipping bored. So he goes and pretty much, what's it called? Deku versus Todoroki. Deku just grabs Shoto and throws him at the arena, and then he pretty much does the same thing for everyone. But, it's just easy. Now, I really don't want to finish this in all in one part, so I'm going to just add some music to the rest of the gameplay. Hope you enjoy.
Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see. It's like walking through the sky where the stars come and go. It's the light within my reach, not as distant as it seemed. Dreams are moments, night is long, yet we linger in the past. Tell me, do you feel the same? I can take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see the stars run past you as you drift apart in the air. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see. We move on and live it as it is, but once in a while, let the reminiscence brighten this melody. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see. I can take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see past you as you drift apart in the air. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. We move on and live it as it is, but once in a while, let the reminiscence brighten this melody. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see. It's like walking through the sky where the stars come and go. It's the light within my reach, not as distant as it seemed. Dreams are moments, night is long, yet we linger in the past. Tell me, do you feel the same? I can take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see the stars run past you as you drift apart in the air. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. We move on and live it as it is, but once in a while, let the reminiscence brighten this melody. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. I can take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see the stars run past you as you drift apart in the air. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. We move on and live it as it is, but once in a while, let the reminiscence brighten this melody. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like walking through the sky where the stars come and go. It's the light within my reach, not as distant as it seemed. Dreams are moments, night is long, yet we linger in the past. Tell me, do you feel the same? I can take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see the stars run past you as you drift apart in the air, like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see. We move on and live it as it is, but once in a while, let the reminiscence brighten this melody. The leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize, like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. I can take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see the stars run past you as you drift apart in the air, like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. We move on and live it as it is, but once in a while, let the reminiscence brighten this melody. Like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see. It's like walking through the sky where the stars come and go. It's the light within my reach, not as distant as it seemed. Dreams are moments, night is long, yet we linger in the past. Tell me, do you feel the same? I can take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see the stars run past you as you drift apart in the air, like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to seize. We move on and live it as it is, but once in a while, let the reminiscence brighten this melody. take you far, far away, far enough for us to disappear. Should you feel a little scared, know that I'm still right here. It will be a little bittersweet, it might even feel a bit surreal. Just see the stars run past you as you drift apart in the air, like the leaves riding on the autumn breeze, like the days gone too far for us to see.